Bonnie lass, will you go? Will you go? Will you go? Bonnie lass, will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldy? Now simmer blinks on flowery braes, and o'er the crystal streamlets plays. Come, let us spend the lightsome days in the Birks of Aberfeldy.
I was invited to come on board as really a kind of liaison to this local school, because before the Birks Cinema was set up, it was more or less down to Glenavon Academy to show films to the younger generations, etc. And so I was asked in to be part of the board to kind of establish connections with people my age or a little bit older, a little bit younger. What I love about the cinema, first, is that it is run by the community. It is made out of people who live locally, who work locally, who own business locally, and so we are all really approachable. When I first came to Aberfeldy, I just saw this run-down building with no interior, and it was fun. It had a great school, amazing people, don't get me wrong, but there was just nothing cultural, I think, to it. You had to travel to get somewhere cultural. You come in, you order your coffee, your tea, it's a proper cafe. It's not just a reception desk with popcorn in it. You sit down, you socialise, it's an event. It's not just a film.
Can you hear me up the back seats? Yeah. Up in the chummies? Are you canoodling yet? Okay, we'll wait till the lights go down and then you can get started. So I'd just like to say welcome, and also like to say thanks to everybody in the area. This is your cinema. You guys have made this cinema happen, especially obviously Charlotte Flower, who was the very first person she's a jolly good fellow. She is a very jolly good fellow. And no dumps, because they're 104 and that's just too bit. And so at this point, I will hand you over to our special guest star to introduce the film by video link. So enjoy the film, and I shall see you on the other side.
Hello, I'm Alan Cumming. You don't need to come to the Birks of Aberfeldy because you're already there. I am not, but I am very happy to congratulate you all on the opening of the Birks Cinema. It's an amazing achievement to have this beautiful building renovated in such a lovely fashion, and I am so excited to have done my little part to make that happen too.
Yeah, I think the thing is that we want to promote our identity above everything else, because the whole project was started, by the community. The whole project is, it's a public idea. It's a collective unconsciousness even that has created this whole thing, and it's not a business that's been put together by people with the idea of making money. It's a building that's been renovated to house a community experience for people, and so that's really the raison d'etre of the whole thing. The problem is, in the 80s, community cinemas died because it was like a production line of everything that came out of Hollywood that just went straight into cinema, and it was there for a week, and then you had no choice, you just went to see that film and that's it. And then they all died out. And people have learned from that now. They understand that you have to give people what they need and what they want, rather than just what's on offer. And so that's also where we'll be able to do things different as well. We'll be able to program with the idea of actually providing what people need, rather than just this is what we've got to show. We're asking, what do you want us to show? We realised it wasn't just films. There was ballet, there was theatre, there was opera, there was sports events, all sorts of these different things, and this is the direction that cinema's going in. It's been revitalised by these things, because the thing about cinema that's different, and this is one of the questions that somebody asked me. They said, with big huge tellies now, people have 52-inch TVs in their living room. Why would I come to a cinema? Because I can sit in my house and get roughly the same experience, but you can't get the same experience because it's a communal experience. It's about being in a dark room with 100 other people, and you're all feeling the same emotional resonance to what you're watching. Yeah, well, I mean, we've been set up basically to function for everybody's needs, and so we can actually do a theatre broadcast the same way a theatre would do it. We'll have the intermission, people can come out of the intermission and they can have drinks. We'll be able to serve cava and prosecco, all those kind of things to actually make the experience real for people. It's not a virtual experience, it's the full thing that they're going to get, and that's what makes us very, very different. And so we just have so much more to choose from that we're actually spoilt for choice. And the fact that we only have one screen means that basically, we've just got this plethora of things that we could throw on there. So the problem is not what to show, it's what not to show. That's the problem that we face.
what I'm very honoured to be able to do is to say, turn off your iPhones, your Blackberries, anything that beeps or vibrates or pings or generally disturbs your neighbour. Be in the moment, people, for a couple of hours and enjoy the film.